After you place the key light, it's time to work on the fill side, which is the opposite side of the key. You can tell which is the fill side because it's where the shadows created by the key light are. Depending on the look you want, there's a couple of different things you can do with the fill side. You can add light, or you can subtract it. To add light to the fill side, you can use another light. This light typically isn't as bright or intense as the key light. It's a softer light, and it helps lighten up or fill the shadows created by the key light. However, you don't always need to use another light. It's important to understand that light can reflect off almost any surface. So we can actually use this concept to reflect or bounce the light coming from the key light. To do this, you can use something like a white sheet or board, or you can use a reflector. Adding more fill creates a more evenly lit or flat subject. Now, because light can reflect off other surfaces, you might want to make sure that light isn't bouncing onto your subject when you don't want it to. You can do this by setting up a black sheet on the fill side of your subject. This is called negative fill and will accentuate the shadows by creating more contrast between light and dark. So let's recap. The second light in a 3-point lighting setup is the fill and is set up on the opposite side of the key light. You can help lighten up shadows by adding fill light. It can either be with an actual light or by simply reflecting or bouncing light. You can use negative fill to subtract light from the subject and create more contrast between light and dark on your subject. Do this by setting up a black sheet on the fill side. By combining key light and a fill, whether adding more light or subtracting it, you can create a ton of different looks for your film. So be sure to check out the next video as we wrap up what 3-point lighting is and discuss backlights.